I'm Brooke on behalf of Interior Motions, and today I will be speaking to Glenn Bill. Glenn is a best-selling author and the founder of the University of Attitude, as well as the host of the Get Attitude podcast. Today, he will be sharing his best tips for improving an organization's communication. Hi, Glenn. It's great to have you here.
Hey, Brooke, it's so great to be with you and with Interior Motions. I love what your company does, and I can tell you, I speak and talk with companies all over America, and very few people are doing what you're doing. So kudos and congratulations for being in the forefront of the thought process and the attitude process it takes to be successful.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Sure.
So let's jump in. How can a business achieve more efficient communication amongst employees?
Ooh, well, that's a question we get often. And increased and efficient communication is really important because let's face it, there's a lot of inefficient communication when it comes to corporation and businesses. I've developed 3 different thoughts and ideas and techniques that I talk to our business owners about how to efficiently communicate. And you can efficiently communicate with small groups, or you can efficiently communicate with large groups. And I'll just give you a couple things. The first thing I really like are things called power groups. And that's just simply to break down into a common interest or a common theme for a power group. So when we talk about efficient communication, what I want people to understand is there's enough business talk, but if you can create power groups around happiness, health, exercise, attitude, whatever it might be, and if you can get a group of 4 to 10 people and say, hey, you know what, we're going to have this power group meeting every other Wednesday for, 20 minutes and discuss these different things outside of the business, what you're going to find is it's increased communication, but you never want to talk one-on-one when you can talk 1-on-10, which is the definition of efficiency. The other thing is I love daily huddles where, that can be large group or small group, but the concept is, every morning at 8:30, we're going to huddle. And in a football huddle, most football huddles, if you got football fans, maybe in a huddle for 30 seconds. I encourage people to do daily huddles with a theme, maybe what's our biggest challenge today and what was our biggest accomplishment yesterday. We're just going to huddle up. It's going to be 3 to 5 minutes and anybody's welcome. You can have it, everybody's welcome, or you can do a power group huddle or whatever. But this concept of a 3 to 5 minute meeting certainly creates some it forces you to be more efficient and more precise in the messaging that you're giving to your people. The last thing that I think it's very important for our corporate leaders to do is understand and establish who are the informal leaders of your company. And if you really want to create efficient communication, the best communication doesn't necessarily come from the leader, but it comes from your informal leaders. Most people don't want to listen, especially ours, to the guy on top, but to listen to the informal leaders. So very, very important that you identify who is my informal leader, that you huddle and power group with them, and that you help them. They're almost like the captain of a football team, if you will. Go out into your organization and create that efficient communication through informal leaders. How was that?
Interesting. I like those ideas.
Cool. Thank you.
So you also emphasize the importance of being a safe listener. Can you explain exactly what that term means and why that's important?
Yeah, so, listening is a skill. It's not necessarily a gift. Some people are natural listeners. Perhaps the best definition I have gotten on listening is from the president of an insurance company here. His name's John Hannon. He's actually quoted in my book. And the definition is listening is truly wanting to hear. And so when we talk about being a safe listener, the first thing about being a safe listener is asking yourself and feeling in your body, do I really want to hear this person? Because I can promise you this, if you're communicating with somebody that doesn't want to hear you, you do not feel safe. You feel that, and that does not create a safe environment. Mm-hmm. Secondly, listening is learning the other's perspective, right? So I want to hear but really creating that empathy and saying, I'm going to listen and put myself in their shoes. Don't be creating an answer and debating and questioning, but certainly saying, okay, I need to understand their perspective. A safe listener not only listens to the words that's coming out, but they seek to understand at a higher level, who is this person? What's this person's position? What's this person's family situation? What's this person's body language? To really, really get the perspective. Is this person angry that's talking to me? Is this person happy? Is this person concerned? Is this person worried? That's what being a safe listener is. And the last thing is just a learned skill, which is always to repeat what they said to confirm that there is understanding. And so many times people will talk and they're not sure that you've understood them. So a very nice technique is to simply, Brooke, you know what, from what I'm hearing, you just said that being a safe listener is wanting to hear, understanding the perspective. And I just wanted to repeat that to you to make sure you know I heard what you said. So just a couple quick thoughts on how to be a safe listener.
Thank you for that.
Sure.
And so one of the most difficult forms of communication in the workplace is delivering negative feedback. Do you have any tips for how to navigate that kind of awkward exchange?
Right. Well, Brooke, it was so kind of you to reach out. I teach on LinkedIn every single day. And if you follow me, which you said you did, I just did a post about this thing called smiling. Mm-hmm. And when you are delivering negative feedback, and Lord knows I've done this, and my good friend Steve Decatur taught me this, but when you deliver bad news, it's always best to smile. Now, a lot of people go, that doesn't seem authentic or genuine, and I don't care. You asked me, how do we give negative feedback? Well, I can tell you negative feedback, and it's been proven, if you smile while delivering the negative feedback, that actually increases the emotional acceptance and awareness of the person that's receiving that. So it's not that you're happy delivering negative feedback, but it sets a kindness, it sets an attitude, it sets a positivity to what you're saying. So you really want to work on smiling when you deliver that. Then you need to understand when we deliver negative feedback that we let the listener or the receiver know, listen, Mr. and Mrs. Employee, I want to let you know, I think you're a great person. What I'm getting ready to tell you, it's not about you. It's simply about the feedback. So you want to depersonalize negative feedback. We're not attacking people as a person, but maybe we're just attacking their action. Maybe we are attacking their response, but we're not attacking you. Hey, you know what? You chose to do this. And so I want to talk about what you chose to do. I want to talk about your response, but I'm not indicting you as a person. So important that you let them feel safe and say that to them. And then the most important thing is when you share negative feedback, you got to come with a solution. Listen, here's the negative thing I need to tell you, but what I really want to focus on is how to move on from here. And that gives them an out, that leaves them with a feeling of hope. It leaves them with a feeling of solution, leaves them with a feeling that, oh my God, I think he just insulted me, but he also gave me a lifeline out of this.
Right.
You want to make sure whatever the negative feedback is that you have a solution to help dig them out of how that feels. So those are my tips on negative feedback. Hope that works for you.
Definitely. Those have all been really great insights. Thanks so much for your time, Glenn.
Sure. Thank you so much, Brooke. It was great having you. And if anybody's ever looking for a speaker out there, I'd love to come and visit with anybody and their company who's watching. Just check me out at glennbill.com.